Imagine a 15-foot wave moving faster than most people could run, sweeping through the streets of a busy city.
Wow!
This flood claimed 21 lives, injured 150 others, and left an entire community covered in sticky devastation. How did something so seemingly harmless cause so much chaos? Let's dive into this story. Floods and natural disasters are tragic but familiar events. However, in 1919, Boston faced a bizarre event that led to unimaginable destruction and changed the way we approach safety in the modern world. This is the story of the Great Molasses Flood. To understand what led to this disaster, we have to go back to the north end of Boston in the early 20th century. The Purity Distilling Company owned a massive storage tank filled with molasses, over 2.3 million gallons of it. Molasses was in very high demand back then because it was primarily used to produce industrial alcohol. But there were problems with the tank from the start. Cracks and leaks had been reported for years, with residents noticing molasses seeping through its walls. Instead of addressing these issues, the company simply painted the tank brown to cover up the flaws. Then, on a cold January day, a sudden rise in temperature caused the molasses to expand rapidly, and the pressure became too much for the poorly constructed tank to handle. When the tank burst, the scene that followed was almost unreal. A dark wave of molasses surged through the streets of Boston at 35 miles per hour, demolishing buildings, sweeping people off their feet, and trapping anything in its path. The aftermath was devastating, with emergency responders struggling to rescuing those who were stuck in the sticky flood. Cleanup efforts were grueling and took months, with the smell of molasses lingering in the area long afterward. The disaster led to one of the earliest class action lawsuits against the company responsible, setting a precedent for corporate accountability. In the end, the company paid out over $600,000 in damages, which is equivalent to around $11 million today. The Great Molasses Flood changed how we think about industrial safety and building codes. The disaster directly influenced regulations that required more stringent inspections and quality control, shaping the standard that we rely on today to keep our cities safer. This unusual event may seem like a strange footnote in history, but it left a lasting impact on public safety and corporate responsibility. Have you ever heard of another disaster so strange that it changed the way we live? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in more stories that shape the world, consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. Bye.